First, let's start talking about the 10 key characteristics of great salespeople. There was a company called Huthwaite. What they did was they interviewed over 35,000 salespeople to find out what were the greatest characteristics, or the characteristics of the greatest salespeople. In other words, the top 10% of those salespeople. And this is what they discovered. Number one, to great salespeople, selling is a lifestyle. In other words, they don't just turn it on when they're in a sales meeting. No, they're constantly providing value or helping other people perceive value in their daily interactions, whether at work, whether at home. It's a lifestyle for them. Number two, great salespeople are compassionate, empathetic, and convey a genuine concern for people. Now, this is interesting because we're so used to seeing the fast-talking, upbeat, kind of in-your-face kind of salesperson. But the most effective salespeople are those that are more compassionate, empathetic, and convey a genuine concern for other people. Number three, great salespeople focus more on understanding than persuading their customers. Number four, great salespeople constantly review and evaluate themselves. In other words, they're always trying to see if they can improve on their sales ability. Number five, great salespeople are experts in their target customer. In other words, they know the common and uncommon needs of their customers and what drives them. Number six, great salespeople are great listeners. In a typical sales interaction, the customer spends about three times more time talking than the salesperson. I mean, if you were to have an hour with one of these great salespeople, the customer would probably take about 45 minutes of that time talking, and the salesperson would spend about 15 minutes actually saying anything. Number seven, great salespeople use questions to lead their customers to seeing value. And, in that little 15 minutes that salespeople would talk, it would primarily be asking questions. They ask 3 times more questions than they spend telling about the benefits of their product or service. Number 8, great salespeople plan before every sales call. In other words, they research the customer. They write down the questions they're going to ask even before they get to the sales meeting. They set a goal for the meeting, and they also review their performance after. So they're highly prepared before they even go into a sales meeting. Number 9, great salespeople have strong business and social acumen. And what that means is that they understand the financial or social impact a buyer's decision or indecision will have. They're able to communicate to a buyer, usually through skillful questioning, that if that buyer does not make a decision, what that would result in, or what the impact will be for that person's business or for that person's life, which is very powerful in motivating the prospect. And number 10, great salespeople constantly produce insight. In other words, they produce these aha moments for their customers.